Karen thought stealing my private property sign would let her expand HOA control onto my land. What she didn't know was that I had a hidden GPS tracker inside it, and following the signal exposed her entire operation. It started with a simple boundary issue. My land sat right next to the HOA neighborhood, but I wasn't part of the HOA. Karen hated that. She couldn't find me, couldn't control me, couldn't dictate my grass height. So she tried a new tactic. If I remove his signs, maybe the property will count as ours. Classic Karen logic. One morning I stepped outside and saw my private property "No Trespassing" sign missing. The post was ripped right out of the ground, dirt still fresh. I already knew who did it. I just needed proof. Luckily, weeks earlier, I had installed a tiny GPS tracker inside the wooden signpost. People thought I was paranoid. Turns out, I was prepared. I opened the tracking app on my phone. A bright blinking dot moved across the map, straight into the HOA's storage building. Game on. I walked down the street and arrived just in time to see Karen dragging my sign inside. She looked up, startled, as I stepped into the doorway. "You're trespassing," she barked. I held up my phone. "Funny, because this tracker says you stole my property." She froze. "You can't prove." The GPS pinged loudly. I lifted the wooden sign, showing the tracker nestled inside. "Karen, I literally followed the signal to you." Neighbors started gathering outside, peeking into the open storage shed. Karen panicked, grabbing for the sign, but I pulled it back. "You committed property theft," I said calmly, "and you tried to make my land look like HOA jurisdiction." Her eyes widened. She hadn't expected someone to outsmart her. I called the county sheriff's office. Since it was my land and my property, the officers took the report seriously. Karen got a citation for theft and trespassing right in front of half the neighborhood. The HOA board held an emergency meeting that evening. Karen lost her enforcement privileges and was forced to return every item she'd ever confiscated. The next morning, I reinstalled my sign. Karen walked by, silent, refusing to make eye contact. And this time, I added 2 GPS trackers just in case she got brave again.
I am Liam, and trust me, the next HOA story is even worse. Subscribe now.